Good evening. Let's wait for folks to hop on. We have a few things to look at and go over. Also, a little refresher course with this embossing folder and the dies. A little bit of a refresher course. I've got these right here. I've got my rustic pumpkin dies. I'm just going to use the leaf from it. Oh, wait, and my pumpkin. I've got to use my pumpkin. Wait. Ooh, I don't have anything on mounted. So while we're waiting, while we're waiting for you guys to hop on, I better get I've had a busy day. So tomorrow my grandson starts 6th grade. And hi Joan, hello everyone. Hi Lynn, good evening. Hi Pat, hi Linda. Hello Cheryl, hi Kelly. Hi Ruby, thank you for joining. Yeah, so what a busy day. I really wanted to be in the pool. Half of the apple tree has come down. I have to get that cut down. Hi Renee. Hi Peggy. Hi Melanie. I'm so glad you're on here, Renee. Hi Paula. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Yeah, so it was a crazy day. My grandson needed a haircut. My daughter's working. Okay, so hi Helen, hi Peggy, hi Patty, and so we had to go to the mall. Hi Brenda. We did that. We waited for mommy to take her lunch break, and hi Flo, and we ate with her, and then he wanted to do the virtual VR stuff. I don't know what this is. You put the head thing on and then you go, he was boxing. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. Hi Nancy, hi Margaret. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Thank you everyone for joining this evening. Yes, so by the time I got home, it was after 5 o'clock. So needless to say, the apple tree limbs are not cut down. Hi, Kay. Hi, Margaret. And we had some horrible storms. And it's so heavy with apples that the rain just bent the limbs and they're not even cracked. They're just they're just bending over. The tree is so saturated with water. So anyway, so yes, I have to get out there. Maybe some after I do this tonight before it gets dark, or in the morning kind of thing. Hi, Janie. Love the VR experience. Oh my gosh, he had so much fun, Lynn. It was really fun to watch him. Yeah. Oh, Peggy, you've been in your craft room most of the day. Yes, I should have been. Or like a couple of hours in the pool, a couple of hours in here, a couple of hours with the apple tree, that kind of thing. Hi, June. I love South Carolina. Hi, Mary. Hi, Renee. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining. Hey, Lily. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you, everyone. Now, this is not my creation. I saw something like this on Facebook, and I can't find it again. And I took a glimpse of it. Hi, Judith. And I just fell in love with it. I knew I had these dies, and I knew that this would look perfect together, especially that my class for this, for right now, is I have 2 classes going on right now. One is the Gathered Wheat class. It's a mini class with just 3 cards. That's this one right here. And this one is just $30. This is the Gathered Wheat. Right here, you'll make these 3 wonderful cards. And I love this one because it flips up like that. So this is a mini class. It's just $30. And then I have the Rustic Harvest Fall class going on. Hi, Renee. Hi, Judith. And this one is just absolutely gorgeous. I just love the amber and these leaves and everything. This one is a full class. There's DSP. Hi, Gloria. There's embellishments and everything with it. There's links. When it gets on YouTube, there'll be links below. And then when I'm done, I will post links below that you can sign up for these classes. So here's the inside of that one. This one is my favorite card. Absolutely favorite one in the bunch. And then this one, very easy. Do you believe the other side of this paper is black and white, which is really fun? Hi, Carol. And then this one, well, I don't know. This one's also a fave. So this is a belly band. I keep the belly band off just to save time of putting it on and off and absolutely wearing out the card. And then that opens like that. So that's a lot of fun. So this one is full size class and it's $45. So right now I have the 2 fall classes going on. Sign up if you'd like. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Let's see, what there was a question. Carol, can the Stampin' dies be ordered with the class also? Yes, actually, there is add-ons. Thank you, Carol. There are add-ons at the below the registration form, and you can add on the bundles and yeah, what I use. So, oh, thank you, Kay. I really enjoyed making those cards. That was a lot of fun. I am in the middle right now of making all of the, I guess that goes in there. I'm in the middle of, wait a minute, that's not that. I've got my envelopes mixed up. There we go. I am in the middle of getting all of the, hi Sandra, videos and PDFs completed. So that does take a lot of time. That is extremely time consuming. Let's look at some happy mail. Karen Fletcher sent me this one. This is an alternative project. She did this on her Facebook Live the other day. She does that on Saturday mornings. Hi, Wendy. And look at this. That's a cool easel. Isn't that awesome? And that's an alternative paper pumpkin card. I'll show you mine in just a sec. Hey, nice to see you. Then I got this one right here is from Janie. Isn't that pretty with the butterflies? I love the butterflies. Look at them. They are doubled. Don't forget the underneath part right there, because when you flip these up, aren't they nice? Yes. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Nancy. I think I said hey to Nancy. Yeah, I know, right? They're beautiful. Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is a lot of fun right here, right? And let's see, this one I received. Look at how cute this one is, because I love the little hippos. This is from Carol. Right here. Isn't that adorable? Right there. So cute. I love this frame in the in colors. I love that. Cool way to layer. I love that. Really came out great. Kelly Teeters sent me, I was so happy to get this card, Kelly. Thank you so much. We did the card swap and I accidentally sent the card back to her. So I wasn't able to show you guys her card. Now, this is so stinking cute. And I do believe that this is her personality just shining through. It's just as sweet as can be, right? Look at that. And the little peanuts. I love the way she did the banners here in all of the in colors. I think the only thing I said was use the in color A2 size card. When we do card swaps in the team, I don't make them hard at all. They're very, very simple. So I thank you so much for sending that back to me. And then, guys, Ayanki is on here every now and again. And every now and again, she sends me these wonderful postcards. I absolutely love this. And so this is from France. So this is the one she sent me this year. I have the one she sent me last year right here. I can put my hands right on it. I keep them right here. I mean to tell you that every card you send me, I keep, you know, and these are just, hi, Brittany. Thank you for watching. So those were really, really cool to get. Okay. Both of these. Thank you very much, Ayanki. I know that you'll probably watch the replay. I think it has to do with the time zone, but I had to show this and I'm putting them both together in my little slot there. So that's wonderful. Okay. So we went through all of that. Oh, I wanted to show you my, my alternative paper pumpkins. Here was one. I got really creative one day. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Meredith. I got really creative one day and just all of a sudden started putting this card together for no apparent reason whatsoever. It just came in my head and I said, oh, I've got to make a video right away, because it was just like in my head. I had to put it together. Okay, then this one I did with a boo-boo that I did on an envelope. This is actually part of an envelope. So I did this one. And then I did this one. That was really cute. I love this. I love that boat. This boat is so awesome. Just watch a video. I will be one. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so happy that you'll case that. Then I did this one right here and I put the octopus here. Came out so cute. And look at this. Look at my seaweed going all the way up through the card. What happened with the boo-boo one that I did was I put my seahorses all the way up, and when I closed it, my seahorses were upside down. So I cut this off, and then I used this for the front of the card because I didn't want to throw that out. Now I did this one right here. This was quick, easy, and simple. Just cutting the base of the card and making 2 out of the bases. I thought that that was a lot of fun. I love these seahorses. And then I kind of stamped off here, and I used Bermuda Bay and Coastal Cabana. It makes the seaweed look like it's waving a little bit. So I think that's really cute. And then these 3 are what were in the kit already. So those are my alternatives. And then you saw Karen's alternatives, so which was really cool. Now, last week we did the dots and spots. Hi, Alice. Thank you for joining. So the dots and spots are now on for celebration. With a $100 order, you can get the dots and spots die. And this one I did for my team. It came out so cute. I used textured chic here, and then our what is that one with the thanks in it? Amazing thanks. Amazing thanks. That's what that is. So I had fun with that. I did this card here. Really nice. And oh, that's what I wanted to show you guys with this. Look at these dots and spots, how straight they are, okay? And what I did for my team card was I took the paper, I made it smaller, and I angled it. And look at how random the dots and spots are. It's like real polka dots going on here instead of things being so lined up. So that was really cool because I wanted to twist that thing to see if it always had to be lined up, you know, so it doesn't. And I thought that that came out really, really cute. So those were my cards there for last week. You can go back and watch videos, but you have to join my team to get that special one right there. They always get a special card every week. All right, now this, the dots and spots are so neat, Mary. I love background and I love embossing folders. And that one gives you fantastic background with anything. Just makes it happy. Makes it look bubbly and just fun. I don't know. So we're going to do some gold embossing, okay? And let's see, what else do I have here? I know I cut out pieces. Oh, Lord. Oh, yes. Oh, I thought that I misplaced them. Okay. All right. So there we go there. There's my card base. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about first is we're going to do a little refresher course first on how to use this embossing folder because it's a hybrid. And so we're going to do that first. I have 3 pieces of cherry cobbler cut, just in a different color, okay? So 3 pieces. I'm going to show you how to get 3 different types of effects here, okay? And this is on page 23. This carried over. If you don't have this, I know a lot of you do. I did a beautiful red and white class with it last year. And if you'd like the PDF to that, there'll be a link to my website store, or I'm sorry, my PDF store. And my PDFs are $5 on at that store, and that red and white one is there. But here it is, right here on page 23. Here's the stamp set. Of course, I didn't use the stamp set. I just used the embossing folder with the dies. So when it says right here, Merriest Frame Hybrid Embossing Folder, understand there are 16 dies that come with this, okay? And it says returning fave, okay, returning fave. So it's just, it's a little, to me, it's a little misleading where it just says hybrid embossing folder. If you don't really know what's going on, you're going to go, wow, $39 for an embossing folder, but really read it because it tells you, it gives you all the dies, okay? All right, so that's that. And let's go ahead. Now, let's go ahead and move this aside. We have a lot to do tonight because I really wanted to give you guys a little refresher course. I even have notes down over here about what to do. So, whoops, okay. Oh, never say whoops, not tonight. Okay. Now, what we can do first, let me bring in the Stamp Cut and Emboss machine. And right here. And let me get plate 2 and 2 plates. Here we go. All right. Now, what you can do first is to cut the outline of the die. And you can, where did I put the embossing folder? See, now we get like too much stuff going on over here. All right, here. Okay, now what we want to do here, hi Jill. You always need a refresher, Peggy, that's funny. The embossing folder, let me move this a little bit so that I am kind of in here. Okay. You want to take this large die and see where the Stampin' Up! Logo is. You're going to put it here, and it's going to kind of click into place. You'll feel it. It will, there, okay? It clicks right into place, okay? And then you just take your cardstock, and this is 5.5 by 4 1/4 because we want the entire front of the card. I don't want that to get into my ink over there. Okay, so this is sitting there. Now we're going to take this, and we're going to place this, and I'm doing this totally wrong, okay? Because never, ever, ever put the open end of an embossing folder into, I've got everything a muss here, okay. Never, ever, ever put an embossing folder into this machine on the open end, okay? You want to put it in with the closed end first, always, okay? Because what'll happen is your embossing folder will crack. Yes, I know. You know, Patty, it is so funny. When I saw, I was like, did this carry over? You know, I was like, wait a minute, it did carry over. Okay, so I have my piece here, and I'm putting it right there. Let me pull my plate out. Let me get that on there. Because, see, we're embossing, okay? We're embossing. We're going to close this, and we're going to, you can even, if you wanted to, you could cut this a little bit bigger than you know, 5.5 by 4 1/4. You could go like 5 3/4, and I had it perfect, and then I moved it. Okay, here we go. Here we go, right there. And then we're going to close this, okay? Just like that. Was totally ruined. I know, right, Brenda, right? And then we need plate number 4. Now, plate number 4, all these plates come with this machine, so you don't have to worry about buying anything extra. So you need plate 4 because it's a 3D embossing folder. So we're going to run this through, okay? Just like that. And this is why when somebody asks me, well, should I get the little mini machine? I always say if it's your first machine, get the big one because, see, you can't do this in the mini, okay? So now what happened here? Wow. Okay, we use the solid one. Remember, I have the Stampin' Up! Logo to the bottom, okay? This locked in. I put my paper over top, and look at how beautiful this is, okay? Embossed and cut out just beautifully. Absolutely. Now I will use this on a card. This is so gorgeous. Absolutely. Okay, so beautiful right there. So that's number 1. The large one, embossing folder. We got that. Okay. Number 2 is, okay, we want to cut the outline and die, okay, and emboss. We want to cut the outlined die. So logo here, Stampin' Up! Logo, okay, on the bottom. And then we're going to, again, we're going to put this in so that you'll feel it. It will lock. Sometimes I'm sorry, I got to pull it up to my face and look at it. Now, wait a minute, that's not locking into there. Does it lock on this side? Hang on, just hang with me while I figure it out. Okay, wait. This goes here, yes, okay. Okay, line it up, okay, just like that. And then, hi Pauline, hang on. And emboss on logo side and cardstock on top. Yep, and then cardstock on top. Okay, and here we go. Whoop, I moved it. Sometimes maybe with this you might need to use a little washi tape because you want it to cut. Okay, right there. I'm going to try to do it without. I did it today without. I was like, I can do this. Okay, okay, I'm happy. Now I'm going to close it, okay? and it's smashed in there. Now I'm going to take my number 4 and right here, and then this. And this is a little tight going through, okay? Just a little tight. Now, that way, let's see what we get. We get this all cut out. And these will come out of here. You just got to poke them out. But these just come out and everything is done. And see where this is solid, okay? This is solid. This one has all the little pieces and parts cut out of it, okay? So you just have to break it away. And it's all cut. Well, it is pretty thick cardstock. Let me just pull this back a little bit. I'm going to tear that. Okay. I thought I was. Woo! Here we go. I should have probably run it through a couple of times. I'll say that much, okay? But just put it in there, run it through a couple of times, and see it takes this detailed right here. Hi, Anita. Right there. And I should have run it through a couple of times. This one's solid, and this one has the holes in it, okay? Let me just do that. Let's just do that again because I kind of messed that up. And I don't want you all to think that it's that difficult. It's really not. I should have just run it through a couple of times. So I'm just poking my paper out of my little holes here. Good. And yes, okay. So again, I'm just going to, here's my leafy part. I'm going to put that right here, kind of looking at it. You really got to look at this. Get it up under some light and take a look. Get my plate here. Okay. Just like that, okay? And then you're gonna take the piece and you're gonna put it right over it. Just like that. Hi, Sue. Then we're gonna close it, okay? Then we're gonna run it through, and I'm gonna run it through a couple of times now because it's just, the cherry cobbler is thick, and we're asking for embossing and cutting to be going on all at the same time here. So let's just be mindful of all of that. And I'm back again. Okay. Now let's see what we get this time. Oh yeah. Oh, I can already see that it's cut out, right? Look at that. It's just peeling away. How nice. Wonderful. Just gets a little tight in there, you know, where all these little pieces and parts are, that's all. So see, that just pulls away, and then you've got this gorgeous piece, and you've got this gorgeous piece right here. This is the solid, and then this is the cutout piece, you know, and all of these little things come out. Pull it to the back. Just like that, okay? So that is too neat. All right, then here's the other thing that you can do. You can, let me get my paper out of here. And I'm gonna do this in, I think I'm gonna do this one in basic white. Okay, let's get a piece of basic white at 5.5 by 4 1/4. Let me go ahead and cut that. Well, here. Let's see. That one's not big enough. 5.5 by 4 1/4. Okay. And now what we can do is just put it in here, okay, and emboss it. Okay, so watch this. Just put it in. Remember, the Stampin' Up! Logo down, okay? That's what I always go by. And then I look at that little line to try to line things up. Okay, now you can go ahead and just emboss it. No, you cannot do this with any die. No, this is just because this is hybrid that it fits into the embossing folder. Okay, now you have a complete front, which I'm a little bit off, but a complete front then that you could take this and put it over top of, okay? And you still have that snowy kind of background. And vellum, oh yes, vellum would be fantastic, Lynn. Vellum would look so beautiful, okay? So then like this could go on top of here, okay? And give you that layering effect where you've already, you know, you've got everything here, but really what you're looking for is this outline here of those little square little snowflakes. They're so cute. Okay, so a little refresher there on that. A few ways to use it. Don't be afraid of it, because, you know, it can get a little intimidating when something has, I even had to go back and look at videos. When I wanted to make the card, I was like, wait a minute, I can't remember how to do this. So just a few ways there. Okay, let's go ahead and stamp a little bit here. Hi, Sherry. Oh, you know what? Let's pick a winner. Just make a comment, say hello, and I'll put your name in our little bucket for next week. I love these cards so much. They're so, so, so pretty. Let's see who wins it. Right here. Oh, Sue Toole. Sue Toole. I will send that to you. Wonderful. Okay, now we're going to stamp. I want to use some Versamark, so I'm going to go ahead and use my embossing buddy. And I think I've got a little piece of something there. Let's use that side. Oh, thank you for putting that. Yeah, Merriest frames, Karen. Yep. Yay! So here's my embossing buddy. This is filled with like cornstarch. And what it does is it takes your oil of your fingers off of the cardstock, especially if you're new to doing something like this. I really like the embossing folder. And if you're going to get one set and be like, I want something to look elegant and this and that, and go back and look at my videos from last year, because they really came out pretty. That's an elegant set. I love it. So I'm going to stamp this pumpkin, and then we're going to color the pumpkin. I'm going to stamp it in Versamark. It's clear. So I'm going to stamp it right here. I'm going to let that soak in nicely into the paper, just like that. Now you can't see it because it's clear. And then I'm going to take my gold embossing powder right here. And people ask me about these little containers all the time. I get them in Walmart, and they are crayon boxes. And this is my gold embossing powder, and these are little ice cream scoop spoons. The pumpkin comes from Rustic Harvest. I mixed in my class with this one, with the Rustic Harvest, so I thought that was pretty cool. But I saw it on Facebook, and I can't find it again. Whoever did it, I really appreciate the look of the pumpkin with this embossing folder. I would have never thought to do that at all. So, yeah, that was really pretty cool. Okay, so I have all of this embossing powder on there. It looks really great. I'm going to get my heat tool here, heat it up a little bit. Hi, Julie. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Okay, so a little heat. And now we're going to go ahead and heat this up. And you're going to watch that powder that looks brown turned into the shiniest gold. And just beautiful. Hi, Patsy. If I have missed saying hello to anybody because my head was down doing whatever I was doing, I want to say hello to everyone. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Kathy. Thank you for sharing, and thank you everybody for joining, sharing, watching. I really do appreciate it. So look at that. We have a gold pumpkin, guys. A gold, beautiful pumpkin. Now, if any of it is, now you can see it really, really good there, okay? Every single bit of that is shiny gold, so I know that I am melted. That's good. Hi, Robin. So that is exactly what you want there. Now, I want to go ahead. That is a little warm. Let's move that aside. Let's let that kind of cool off. I've already cut this just like I was showing you with the cherry cobbler, okay? And, you know, it doesn't really matter which way that you put it. If you have this sprig up here or however, I kind of like the holly down here. I don't know. I think it's fine either way. I really, really do. So I'm going to do it this way. And the card that I made might have been the other way. No, I think I did it that way. But I'm going to cover this up anyway with the pumpkin. It doesn't really matter. So, okay. So here I'm going to stamp "You Are Such a Blessing." I'm going to do my embossing buddy again. And my Versamark. I love to emboss, but I'll tell you what, it took me a little bit to learn to emboss. A lot of trial and error, and there was a lot of times I said, I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it because I can't. You know, I was like, I had stuff all over the place, but the more I did it, the more comfortable I got with it. Now, right now, we'll hope for the best here for this to be in the center. And yeah, and then all of a sudden I just started doing it more and more. And I even kind of said to myself, this is not going to get me. And so I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And then all of a sudden I was like, hey, I'm getting pretty good results now. So again, just don't give up. Just keep going. Now I'm going to put my embossing powder on here. Dump it back in. Beautiful. Just give it another coat, right? Just in case I missed anything. Perfect. And that wasn't good to drop the spoon in there. That's a big no-no, right? Sometimes if the spoons get like crazy dirty, I just throw them away and get another one. Okay, there we go. And I'll put that back on here. And that's a little command hook. That's what I do with that. Okay. Again, let's go ahead and heat this up and make pretty. We'll make some pretty goes. Don't emboss when the ceiling... Kathy says don't emboss when the ceiling fan is on. I love it. I love it. That when I looked up, I didn't think anybody would type something like that. When I looked up, it caught me by surprise. Did you hear it? I love it. Look at how beautiful that is. Just nice and shiny. That is just gorgeous. Also, don't turn that thing on if you don't have the lid on here, because I've done that, let me tell you. Whew, that's a disaster. Okay, this now... This is our gold distressed, right? Distressed gold right here. It's on page 139. It goes with the Texture Chic Sweet collection, so you might already have it if you have that. It wasn't pretty. That is so funny. Hi, Fran. And I love that distressed gold. You can use any kind of gold. Okay, behind this, I think. I happen to wanted to try the new product of the distressed gold. If you have shiny gold, and you know there's gold and silver on the celebration thing, so that that's nice. So I'm going to place that right there. Now, when I do something on shimmer, right here I use seal. I do not like to use liquid glue on that at all. So I'm going to put 3 strips right down here, and it's going to flatten this thing out also from it being under the heat. So let's make sure that I have this going in the proper direction, and I do. See, I have my 3 little berry or little leaves up there, my holly down here, so that's good. So let's just see how we can get this on here, leaving a nice border around. Oh, it's so pretty. White and gold is so gorgeous, right? This alone is just beautiful, right? So pretty. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside. Now, I've already cut out, this is also with the distressed gold, and this is going to go on some leaves and the pumpkin. But I also have adhesive sheet on the back here so that then, oh, how funny. Yeah, right, Kathy? I know. So that I can just stick these on when I'm ready. Those also come from the Harvest set. What is that called? Rustic pumpkin dies is what that is. Let's go ahead and color our pumpkin, and then we'll go ahead and do some leaves. Actually, let's go ahead and stamp these leaves first because I want to put Wink of Stella on them, so I want to make sure that my ink is dry. I'm going to do my leaves in, I think I did them in soft succulent. I'm going to try that. Let's see. I need 3 of them. So I'm going to stamp. Yeah, let's do that in soft succulent. And then when I add the, thank you, I add the Wink of Stella, that soft succulent's going to get a little bit darker when you hit it with that alcohol kind of stuff. So let's let that sit right there. Okay, now we're going to use some blends. So for the little top, I'm just going to use the nib tip of my, what is this, light crumb cake. And I'm just going to come through here and color. And if you're worried about the gold will shine through, okay? You're just going to come through here and color. And sometimes I'll take like a piece of scrap paper or even a tissue and just kind of blot it. And it'll blot it if there is any to come off of the gold, but there's really not, okay? But that gold is going to shine right through there. Okay, now, this is what I did with the pumpkin. She had a green pumpkin, and so I have the blends that are soft succulent. I want to use my nib tip, and I want to take the dark, hi Susan, and up here at the top and the bottom, I'm just going to color in with some dark, okay, just about down to there. And I'm not taking any pains with this, let me tell you, whatsoever. I did not. When I did it, I was like, I don't know. How is a green pumpkin supposed to look? I'm really not sure. So we're just winging it, you know. But I think I got a great result because we're going to use the color lifter. So with the nib tip, I just kind of come through here because it's a little darker than the brush, okay? And I'm just going to kind of scribble out what I need done here. No big deal. And as you can see, I am absolutely not taking any pains with this whatsoever. Hi, Mary. Thank you for joining. And I'm just going to come down through here. No big deal. Just like so. Kind of fun, actually, just to scribble, you know. And I'm going to get that right to the bottom. Because the pumpkin, it would be darker on the bottom, right? Maybe it sat in the dirt or the grass or whatever. Okay, so there's that. Now, I'm going to take the brush tip of the light soft succulent. It's so relaxing watching someone else work and craft. You're hilarious. Yes, I needed to do more work in here today, actually this weekend, and life has gotten just in the way a little bit, but it's okay, you know? It's okay. You can always get wait, I can't lose you guys. Hold up. Uh-oh. You lost the sound. Okay. Whoops, sorry. Hi, Pauline. Hang on just a second. I can't lose you guys. I don't hear it make that dingy sound when it's charging. It could be my charger. Come on. You hear me? Okay, good. I'm back. Okay, it's back. Okay. All right. So now from here, I'm still going to blend. Getting home from work. Wow. Okay. Got sound back. Okay, good. So I'm still just blending, you know, those little lines that I made there out with the light. And just come in through the middle. Just color, okay? Lay down, color, pull in the dark into the lighter part. No big deal. Not relaxing anymore. Oh, no. Oh, I'm glad I'm back. Oh, I'm so sorry. I went away. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the color lifter and I'm going to take the brush tip, okay? And see right here in the center where there's just too much green. I want it to look faded like that, okay? I'm going to take the color lifter and the brush tip and I'm just going to come through here, the center of my pumpkin. Breathe, everyone breathe. Thank you, Sharon. Me too, right? And just bring that color lifter in there and just come back and forth until you kind of see it, some of the color disappearing. Now, don't add too much. Leave it alone. The minute you see it going, leave it because it's still doing something, okay? Still doing something right there. Now, let me get my pumpkin die right here, and we're going to cut this little baby out with the mini. Okay. Hi, Margaret. Okay, right there. Thank you, everyone, for joining this evening. I hope you enjoy the beginning of this is where I put the, you know, we had like a little refresher course on the dies for this card because it is a little bit of a, you know, a learning thing. There's 3 ways to use it. So if you're joining late, you might want to go back and watch that. Look at how pretty that is. See what I mean? The light, it kind of came. Look at that gold shining right through those blends. Isn't that wonderful? Hi, Mary. And then this lightness right there from the color lifter. So I thought that was a lot of fun. Thank you, Pam. And, you know, use that technique with a lot of things. That's a great little technique to lighten things up like that. Oh, what am I doing? I'm crafting. Okay, leaves. We have to cut these babies out, right? So I only have 1 of these. Oh, thank you, Pauline. And I cut 3 of these little guys. So we'll just send these through and we'll put the front of our card together. And the inside, I haven't even stamped the envelope or the inside. Well, we had our little refresher course on the hybrid embossing folder. Going, come back and watch again. Oh, I'm going to come back and watch again. Yes. Oh, good. Yes. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I did just a little bit, you know, there's just like 3 nice ways to really use that hybrid embossing folder. And I know that people have done many videos on them, but you know, that is, sometimes it gets buried, you know, in your videos and, you know, people, you know, it's kind of at the end and, or this or that. And so I just thought, I was like, let me just go ahead while we're here tonight ourselves. And I hope you've enjoyed my videos this week. I put a lot of them up. I did a lot of content this week. Maybe that's why I feel like I'm behind. I was really playing, okay, and doing a lot of videos. So, that's good. Sometimes I like to be the crafter too, right? Especially when you have fun, you know, product to play with. I'd rather watch Joanne's videos. You're so sweet, Carol. That's very nice of you. I appreciate that. Okay, let's go ahead and get our envelope here. And I'm going to take my leaf. And I'm going to do it in Evening Evergreen. and then soft succulent. So I'm going to, oh, the thing on my thumb, I have trigger thumb. And, whoops, wait a minute. You have to clean between each, okay? I have trigger thumb, and this is a brace because when I bend my thumb on this hand, it's wanting to stick shut. So they wanted to stick a needle in here, and I was not too receptive to that. Okay, so I was like, what else can I do? And I do this, I keep it immobilized. It's actually doing a lot better than what it was. I'm getting like about that much movement in it now without it clicking. So, which is really good. And now a little soft succulent. So I just, you know, did every other evening evergreen and then soft succulent. So yeah, that's what that is. And honest, it's from picking things up like... What it's from is like doing this in a pinching motion, okay, a lot. And so that's what, get the shot, it works. No, nope, I'm not getting the shot. But thank you. You take time and show what oh, you're so sweet, thank you. Okay, now, here is our card base, okay? And let's go ahead and decorate the inside of it now. But yeah, I'm not the greatest patient in the world. And just the thoughts of a needle going into my bone is just, I don't know, it's not on my list right now. And call me crazy. I get it in my heels. Oh my gosh. It kills but works. Yes, I had... plantar fasciitis, and I did stretches to fix that. And then I had a torn rotator cuff, and I've done stretches to fix that. It's because I have an autoimmune disorder that is called Sjogren's disease. I'm going to put hello right up here. This is from the Rustic Harvest, the hello is. Oh, thank you, Mary. I appreciate it. That's what you have Sjogren's, Sue? Well, that's why that these things, yes, I am a scaredy cat, Lynn, yes. And you have to understand that when people have Sjogren's disease, sticking a needle into my body is like sticking it into a dry sponge. And I scream. I mean, it's just, yeah, I do anything not to get an injection. Now I'm going to do this in... The shot worked wonderful for my thumb, but not my knees. Yeah. No, the heel thing. Oh, I did stretches, and it fixed it. I would put my heel on the floor and lean forward and stretch and stretch and stretch it and stretch it. And, okay, and so that's my point. When people have Sjogren's, we are internally dehydrated that you basically can't do anything about. And... So I hate needle. I do too, Roxanne. I almost spit out my drink. It's not on my list. I know, right? I know, right? It's no pleasure for the person either. They have to chase me around the room. Okay, I'm 64 years old. Yeah, or almost 64. Yeah, it's very embarrassing. Anyway, so this is the inside of the card, and I'm using the Harvest Hello, pretty little set here are my the Hello Harvest. I'm sorry, I called it Harvest Hello, but I love this. I love this right here, and these flowers are so pretty to do. And then this is like little sunflowers. I think they're just so pretty. Okay, so this is the inside of the card. Our base is basic white, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. You need the base of the card. You need the entire base of a card to work with this hybrid embossing folder, I think, because I think it looks fantastic. It's so fantastic. You wouldn't want to chop it up or, do anything like that. Oh, Sandra, you are fine. Yeah, you'll have to watch the beginning because I give a little lesson on how to use the hybrid embossing folder. Okay, so there's the inside, okay? Now we're going to work on the outside. Remember, we did this, although we did it in cherry cobbler, okay? Remember, we did that to begin with some, well, I actually cut it out, okay, with some cherry cobbler. Okay, but this one I did in Evening Evergreen. So it's the entire embossing folder just embossed, because see, I want these little teeny tiny snowflakes around there. They're so stinking cute. So I want to put this on the front of my card, and I'm going to put this down with Tombow. Now you can use any adhesive that you want, but right now I seriously need the wiggle room. Yes, so to get back to, okay, Sjogren's disease is where you're internally dehydrated, and that's why our tendons, muscles, knees, stuff like that tear, because they're not hydrated enough, and then you get a tear for doing nothing. I tore my rotator cuff. I thought I had done something, but I seriously had done nothing. And yeah, it just tore on its own. So I had the same thing happen with the knee of mine, and look how pretty that is. And then I have this happen, and yeah, so it's just a time thing. It just has to be immobilized, just take its time, and it will calm down. It's already, you know, getting better, but you know, when you have things like that, I just kind of look at it as, well, I got to take a little bit different care of myself than people that don't have it. I'm gonna put a little paper down there, and I'm gonna use some Wink of Stella. And watch when I reactivate this ink. This is stamped in soft succulent, okay? So when I activate this with this Wink of Stella marker, it's gonna get darker. And that's why I didn't use the, or maybe I did use the Evening Evergreen, but it does give it, you know, it activates the ink, gets it a little darker. We'll just put some soft succulent on this one, doesn't matter. So pretty. Oh, thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. But as you can see, it's just that little teeny tiny bit of darkness, just a little bit, okay? Right here. And I just want these to sparkle. I've learned from my downlines to get this Wink of Stella out, because they are really good. I looked at all my swap cards. I was like, wow, I need to use more Wink of Stella. I know, right, Peggy? Wink of Stella is your best friend. Yes, ma'am. I don't use it enough. I think it was Kathy Smith did a card. She had Wink of Stella on some butterflies that I was like, wow, why am I not using that? Yeah, I think I did use Evening Evergreen on the other card, but that's okay. We'll use soft succulent on this one. And then when you case it, you can use whatever you like, because you'll see it both ways. That's nice. Oh, I like that. They look real shiny. I know, right? And I swear I should use it more. Okay. So there's that. Now let's bring our card base in. Let's go ahead and place this right here. Now what this is going to do, well, yeah, I should have put it on like that. Oh my goodness. And I bet that's already, I've got my holly here on the top instead of the bottom, guys. That is a big boo-boo. I don't think I can fix that. No, we are committed. Okay, so we'll just go with it, but we'll go like this, okay? So this is going to go here, but watch it when you put your piece on here, which it really doesn't look bad, because the leaves are going to hide it, and so is the pumpkin, so it's okay. So just be careful, though. Like, I should have it where the holly leaves are down here with these holly leaves, but honest to goodness, you really can't tell. So we'll be okay with it for this one. And now I'm just going to put some dimensionals all over this, because this I want to pop up. And right here. I didn't even think of these two things matching up. But you'll live and learn from my mistakes. So, because I already have my sentiment on there, we can't change that. Good learning tip. Yes, ma'am. But you know what? It looks nice with things poking out from there. That's the only thing right there. Other than that, we're good, you know? Oh, thank you, Mary. But see, we're going to put the pumpkin here, okay? So let me put a dimensional right here because that'll go there. Okay. So we're going to put a pumpkin here. So cute. Now that's a little floppy right in there. I'm going to put a glue dot. And we're going to just secure that down. Good. That's enough. Now I'm going to get my little squigglies here that I've already done off camera. It's not a mistake. It's an opportunity. Okay. Thank you, Carol. You now have the opportunity to put this on upside down. Yes. And still make it rock, right? So let's put our little squiggle up here. Okay, just like that. So cute on our pumpkin, on our gold pumpkin. Hi, Bev. And now let's go ahead and I'm going to put 2 leaves up here because my Winka Stella is nice and dry now. I'm going to put 2 leaves like that. Actually, that looks very pretty being light. That really does. So I want to use some glue dots. I'm going to put one right in the center here. I'm just going to put that one up here. Make sure you don't come off of your card because of the envelope. And now we're going to put this one here. Thank you, Wendy. Right here. Make sure you don't come off the edge. And now to hide this junction, we're just going to take a squiggly. If I can get the paper off of the back of it. Because I put adhesive sheet, like I said, back here so that I wouldn't have to. There we go. Thank you, Sue. And I'm just going to take this right where that line is. Okay, and I'm going to lay that right there. And then I'm going to manipulate that up. How nice, right? Look, I am amazed. You got a good shot at that pumpkin right there where I'm showing you that the blends did not impinge on our embossing at all. This looks so pretty, right? I love it. It's look, if you got this card, would you look and go, oh, there's something wrong with it? I don't think so, right? So, it's nice. I think it looks great. I think any way that you do it, it's going to look fantastic because this is beautiful. It's just beautiful. So I'm going to put this on here with a glue dot and bring that up there. Okay. No way. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Oh, wait. Whoops. Okay. I wouldn't have thought of turning Merriest Moments into a fall card. I wouldn't have either. Hi, Fran. I rocked that opportunity. Yes, ma'am. Yes, thank you so much. I actually, it's not my idea. I saw it on Facebook. And I don't even know who it was. I was scrolling through and then I refreshed my page and I can't find it. And I even liked it because I thought then I could find it, but then I couldn't find it. So now I'm going to put this right here on the bottom of that leaf just to give it the stability that it needs. And a little squiggle off of it. So here we are this evening with a fun card with the Merriest Moments. It's absolutely beautiful. Just beautiful. Thank you, Joan. Look at how pretty they came. Oh, thank you, Mary. I hope you guys will try embossing, okay? Don't be afraid. If it doesn't work out, just keep doing it because I was the same way. Look at how pretty these came. Ooh, they're so beautiful. Let's pick out another winner. Let's do it. So Sue Toole, hi June. Sue Toole won the first one. Let's see who's going to win this second one. They're just beautiful. I want to give them to somebody because I can make them. And then you might have them to make. Ramona Culp. Ramona Culp. So Ramona, if you are listening, I don't know if I have your address or not. So you might want to send that to me. And I will send you one of these cards. So pretty. They just came out beautiful. Oh, yes. Thank you to like and share. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Have a great week, Sharon. I'll put some videos up this week. I might get a little busy outside doing some things in the yard, that kind of thing. I've got to work on my my classes, their videos and PDFs. I quit my job in corporate America. She will love this. Oh, how wonderful. Taking care of my mom. She'll love this. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Look at how pretty they came. Okay, and this one, the leaves are done with Evening Evergreen, okay, and Wink of Stella. And this one, the leaves are done with Soft Succulent and Wink of Stella. Oh, yes, watch from the beginning because it will show you how, there's three nice ways to use this hybrid embossing folder. I show you what to do with this, the detailed, the background, and wherever the embossing folder is. So I give you three nice ways to use this. Sometimes you just, hi Becky, thank you. You just need a little refresher of what you might already have. And this is on the page 23. And honest, you don't even know that it is what it is, okay, from this book. You really don't. I mean, it shows you this, but you don't realize all the dies and everything that you get with it, you know. There's like 16 of them. And so you have poinsettias and leaves, and I love poinsettias to, hi Sarah, to layer them. And so you get, you know, a lot of dies. Here's the little inside one. This even cuts this part out if you wanted to make a little inset there, you know, a little insert. Is the hybrid embossing folder new? No, this one came out last year, and they carried it over. Because see, it says returning fave right there. So, yeah, it's not new. It's just that a lot of people, I don't think, well, a lot of people must have got it because they carried it over, you know, because they don't usually carry over unless it's a good seller. So this one, yes, but if you didn't get it last year, now would be the time to do it because it might not make it, you know, again. So you don't know. If you like to do things like this, if you like things to be at, you know, like this, I think it came out so cute. Really, really great. Really great. And I would have never thought to add a pumpkin with it if I didn't see that on Facebook. So whomever that was, I apologize for not writing your name down immediately. And I couldn't find your card again. But thank you so much. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous card, I believe. Thank you. Thanks, Laura. All right, everyone, please have a wonderful week. Look for my videos on my Facebook page, this Facebook page, and my YouTube channel. And I will definitely see you next Sunday night at 7. Remember, if you're on my team, we have a Zoom meeting this Friday at 7. And we are going to make, let me show you. I'm calling this a diamond gatefold. A diamond gatefold. So this is really cool card. So we will do this on Friday night. Isn't that cute? All right, everyone, please be safe. Take care of yourself. And I hope to see you next Sunday night at 7. Have a great week and happy crafting.